Spiritualism makes us focus on living our life, really living our life, slowing down and paying attention to why we believe we're really here. So yes, material comforts are pleasurable and do make our lives easier, like air conditioning and toll roads and all that good stuff to make life easier. But I know a lot of you older people will remember the Peggy Lee song, Is That All There Is? You remember that? I'm not going to sing it. Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friend, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the booze, remember that? And have a ball. So, let's snuggle closer with our important humans or animals. Let's cuddle with our dog or cat or both. Let's go with the unconditional love that we are taught to live with, whether it be from the humans in our life or our family pets. We can learn a lot this way. So this is our life here right now. I'm not going to go into the whole COVID thing. We're all very aware of what we've been dealing with for quite a while. But we do have a plan. We're going to live on. We're going on. That's our story as spiritualists, and we're sticking to it. We believe in universal law, and we know that that life will heal, the earth will heal as we will, because it's been proven time and time again through science and phenomena and through mediumship. So when I sat in the silence with Spirit to bring information today for all of us to gain something from, they told me this. First of all, slow down. Savor the moment. Stop rushing through your life like it's a sprint. Just because you might drive 75 or 80 on the toll road or wherever you can get away with it, life goes by way too fast. It goes by so fast, especially when you're getting towards the end. You'll look back and wonder where all the time went. Slow down and don't make so many hasty and unthought out decisions. There are some truly wonderful ones that you'll make that will have a positive and beneficial effect on your life. So slow down and think about them. Slow down and don't be afraid of missing out on something. Slow down. Don't worry about aging. Worry about not aging. Don't worry about not having the latest iPhone. Don't worry about which particular political party you're affiliated with. Slow down and savor your life. Of course, we all look back and think of all the decisions that we did make rather hastily or without any thought. Like when I was growing up and we didn't have sunscreen and we didn't use sunscreen, and nowadays you tell everybody, use your sunscreen, use your sunscreen. When I was growing up, the sun was your friend. The sun's not your friend. Especially, you know, when you're out on the beach all slathered in oil, frying like a piece of bacon on a skillet. And then you go in for your annual dermatology exam and you've got skin cancer, you know. Not once, twice, you know. You figure you'd learn the sun's not your friend. So those are one of the decisions. If I'd have known about it, I probably wouldn't have used it anyway. Because, you know, back then you were invincible. You weren't vulnerable to the sun. The sun was your friend. So you slathered on baby oil and iodine and you tried to, you know, get as dark as you could, you know. It was beautiful. Well, now I go to the beach. I do go to the beach. But I think about it, like, what's really best for me? Should I be out here? Well, I probably shouldn't even be out there, but I've got grandkids, and they love to go to the beach, so Grandma takes them to the beach. So Grandma sits under an umbrella with, like, covered in head to toe with hats and hoods and masks and everything else, and it's still the beach, though. It's, you know, it's still a way of life, but, you know, the sun's not my friend. Oh, well. So the young girl I made those mistakes. You probably made some, too. I lived. But for many years, I'd strive to go with the flow and live the spiritualist lifestyle. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We all learn how life works and how it doesn't work. Basically, like we were taught as children, these basic ideas. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't hit your friends. And don't take anything that doesn't belong to you. Those are the things I taught in preschool a lot of years. So wouldn't it be nice if we all kept those ideas and beliefs and played by those rules? Oh well. Back to the basic premise about what we're living and what we're missing and not keeping up with. That's all hogwash. Do what's right for you. My niece told me a story this week about a recent family dinner. She said, my father-in-law told everyone to be quiet so he could say grace. My 2-year-old howled like a wolf. She worships the old gods. Okay? So do what's right for you. Worship your God, who is everyone's God, by the way. Worship your God the way that works for you. For we are all truly on the same path toward the same God. We know life will continue for us after this one. And who proved that today? The big Jesus Christ, right? The whole world knows about it. But in the meantime, remember a few very important things. Don't settle. It's not worth it. Don't bother finishing rotten books. You know how you start reading a book, if you're a reader, and maybe the first couple of chapters is not going so good, and you just want to, like, I don't want to read this, you know, and some people say, no, I'm going to read it right to the end. I bought this book. There must be something in it I can get out of this, you know. Don't settle. Don't bother finishing bad books. Pass them on. Get rid of them. If you don't like the menu, leave the restaurant. If you're not on the right path, get off of it. Sometimes we have to shift and change lanes or get off on an unplanned exit, and then you find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow you just had no idea was there. So go with the flow, but harm no one. Life is short here on the earth plane. Let's be kind to each other, but don't forget about yourself. Okay, I read a book recently called Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. It's a memoir about the author's depression and anxiety and how he overcame it. I recommend it as it's definitely an interesting but easy read, because being happy is definitely a gift you work to give to yourself. The world can be designed to depress us. Happiness isn't very good for the economy. If we were happy with what we had, why would we need more? How do you sell an anti-aging moisturizer? You make someone worry about aging, or you show them a picture of what their skin really looks like without sunscreen after about 10 years. Boy, you'll be running to the cosmetic aisle. How do you get people to vote for a political party? You make them worry. Make them worry about candidate stands on certain issues. especially immigration. How do you get them to buy insurance? Make them worry about everything. How are they going to survive without it? How do you get them to have plastic surgery? Well, by highlighting all their flaws. How do you get them to watch a television show? Make them worry that they're going to miss out if they don't watch that show. How do you get them to buy a new smartphone? Make them feel like they're antiquated and just using the wrong technology and how they need this new technology, even if it costs $1,000. Oh well. To be calm becomes a kind of revolutionary act. To be happy with your own non-upgraded existence. To be comfortable with our messy human selves would not be good for business. Well, I'm kind of one of those people that's kind of stuck, not so much in the past, but I'm very resistant to new things, especially if I find I'm happy and comfortable with what I have already. I'm not always looking to upgrade or improve. My car is 6 years old. Well, my car runs good, you know, so I'm like, yeah, maybe I should get rid of it. Why? It's running good, you know. So, yeah, I could run out and upgrade. I got to upgrade, got to get the latest model, the newest car, the best car, because I see all those commercials on TV. And boy, Chevrolet, man, they're coming on strong. We all are supposed to be driving a Chevy this year, according to them, because we're going to get their family discount, you know. Have you seen all those commercials? We're all one big happy family here. Keep buying the Chevy so we have a job, you know. Keep us in business. It is what it is, you know. We're living in a society where we're taught and programmed that we need to always have the best, especially in America. We always got to move up and be better, get the right stuff. So we as spiritualists, we're kind of a minority, obviously. You know, there's not a lot of us out there. Although, I know they've done this actually, sent out polls where people, you know, just checked off the blocks about their belief systems, and we're declaring we're spiritualists. There's a lot of people out there, I don't think they know they're spiritualists. They're living this lifestyle, you know, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But they're living almost by our principles too that we recite, which is kind of like our 10 commandments. So we live by the golden rule, as do other religions, but we have some of that inside information that a lot of the other people don't have. No, we don't use a crystal ball or tarot cards or tea leaves or whatever to prove to us this life is not the last. We rely on our belief system. We rely on all these things, like I said before, science, phenomena. We have mediums. We have, I don't want to say we have people that have superpowers, but sometimes they can be your hero. If you sit down with a real good medium sometimes, a lot of times you're going to walk away feeling a whole lot better about your life, because you're the person that Spirit wants to come through and spend some time with and let you know your loved ones have moved on to life on the other side. Everybody always wants to know if their loved ones are okay. Well, let me tell you, they're better than okay. They're better than okay. And I know that's a big thing with people. So we have these people right here that are like superheroes. I mean, how many people do you know can tell you that your parents or your brother or sister or spouse, what they're doing now on the other side of life, that they are alive. They're not just dead and gone and buried, never to be heard from again. We have that here. It's an acquired skill sometimes, but you too can do that too. If you take the right classes and read the right books, and honestly, I'm just being facetious about that. That's not true. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't help, but you have to have a strong dedication to Spirit, to do Spirit's work. And that's what this is all about. It's an important job, and it's not to be taken lightly. It's not a joke. It's not a parlor trick. It's not something you'll find at the carnival or the fair, like you'll find other things. We don't have the blinking neon sign out front, flashing psychic, we don't do that. This is our religion. And I don't know about you people, but I take it very seriously. So when people find out I'm a spiritualist right away, it's like they think they can just flip this switch and I'm going to start spewing all of these words of wisdom from people on the other side, I mean, I've had people just ask me while I'm working, oh, well, what about so-and-so that passed away, 6 months ago? And I'm like looking at them like, what do you think this is? Like a game or something that I can flip a switch and start telling you secrets of the dead? No, I tell them this is my religion. Spiritualism is in fact a religion. I've had to say this so much recently, to people, because they say, what is that? They'll ask me what church I go to. I had 2 people this week at 2 different times ask me, well, where do you go to church? What church do you go to? Oh, I go to a Spiritualist church in Orlando. What's that? They really don't know. There's people out there that have no idea. This is actually a religion, just like Catholicism or Hinduism or being a Methodist. Spiritualism is a religion. So I guess that's our opportunity to step in with people and kind of inform them about what this is and where it came from. And it was pretty good this week that we had so many celebrations going on March 31st, NSAC. I don't know if anybody had a chance to tap into any of that, but it was our anniversary of modern spiritualism on the 31st of March. So there were a lot of things going on all throughout the country. Spiritualist churches were doing events and things online to educate people and plus celebrate this anniversary that we had from 1848, modern day spiritualism. So I know, life can be kind of rough out there sometimes, but we have this, we do have this faith, and it does allow us to go on and know that we will go on and we will see our loved ones once more again. So by respecting that today being Easter, recognition of Jesus Christ rising from the dead, it all pulls it together for us. It's just confirmation of what we preach on a daily basis, that life does go on. So as I was getting ready this morning for church, my daughter passed to the other side 3 months ago. And, it's nice. It's nice that I can hear my daughter and feel her and sense her. I'm not happy that she's not here in the physical. That does, have its moments of sadness and regret. But, as I was getting ready this morning to come to church, my daughter stepped in with me and she said, if you could see what I've seen and what my life is like now, she said, you wouldn't be sad for me at all. She said, I have a beautiful life here, and I'm so happy. So she told me, stop feeling bad that I died. I know you miss me, but if you could see me now. And boy, that meant a lot. Because I believe that. I believe that. And she wanted me to tell all of you that. She said, tell them. She said, I've been all the places that you told me about. That she had never seen. She's seen them now. So, take the time, please, to slow down. Even on the 408. Everybody just gets out there and just loses their mind. It seems like, you know, it's almost like, I live in Titusville, so it's like I come over here, and I mean, I lived here for a lot of years, don't get me wrong, but it's like going from Mayberry to the Grand Prix, you know. As soon as you get into Orlando, it's like there's a wall or something. You cross over the wall, and all hell breaks loose. I mean, you got people here from all over the world, you know, driving. Some shouldn't be driving, obviously, and some legally shouldn't be driving. You know, they don't even have a license. But you got people from all over the world, all over the country. So, you know, you get over here and I think, wow, you know, I'm going to tell you, my daughter actually died in a car accident. So it's made me very conscious, even more now, of my driving and trying to be safe. You know, because I think, wow, I got that phone call. And I don't want anybody else in my family to get that phone call. So, be smart about your decisions and slow down, like literally slow down, and be careful. But live your life. Like you see all the things all the time where it says, eat the cake, you know, eat the cake, use your best china, dig it down from the rafters and use it, you know, it's all packed away, and you say, well, I'm going to use it on the holiday. Well, guess what? Today's a holiday. So I'm digging down my china and my Waterford crystal glasses, and, you know, even the kids get one. I don't care, you know. I mean, that's what it's all about, you know. Enjoy it. Use what you have. And love it, and love everybody around you. Because, like I said, you don't want that phone call. You don't want that phone call. So appreciate them while they're here. And then you won't be Peggy Lee singing, is that all there is? You're going to be like, no, enjoy it now. Live it, love it. Enjoy it now with your family and friends. And I know we as spiritualists, like I said, sometimes I don't so much feel that we're special. We're not special. We're just like everybody else. Only sometimes we've made a choice, a conscious choice, to listen, because we know what's out there and we know what's ahead. So when Jesus Christ rose after the 3 days, he came back and told everybody. He let his friends all see him, his family. There were several sightings of him. Proof of the continuity of life to us as spiritualists. And comfort, knowing that, yeah, this is just part of the way. We've got a long way to go. We've got eternal life. They weren't kidding. It goes on and on and on. So God bless us all, and celebrate Easter. Celebrate it for what it is. Confirmation. Confirmation of us living our lives as spiritualists, knowing that we're planning for what we're going to, and that we are going to meet up with our family and friends again and live a life on the higher side of life where we do go on and enjoy life once more. So happy Easter, happy National Spiritualist Day, which was March 31st. Our religion in this country hasn't been recognized but since back to 1848. But there's been spiritualists, writings and prophecies all the way back to the Greeks and the Egyptians and the Romans. It's been an ongoing thing. But we're blessed to be living in this country right now in modern spiritualism, where we can worship as we choose to do